What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa. All right, so chilling here with my man.
Shalamatu.
Shalamatu. Is that I say it right?
You got it.
Got it right.
Yeah.
My man has lived in Canada all your life, right?
Yeah, most of my life, yeah. I was in the southern states for a few years working, but yeah, most of my life in what they call the prairies in Canada and Western Canada, yeah.
Man, you have an awesome story on how your family left the United States. How many years ago? Long time ago, right?
Early 1900s, yeah.
Yeah.
Around the turn of the century, yeah.
And headed up towards Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And what drew them to go to Canada?
Well, I mean, there was a lot of different people. That was a long time ago. So the family, there was a lot of different grandparents and great-grandparents. But it was around the same time period as the Tulsa, Oklahoma City situation that happened there. So I think that had a lot to do with it. I'm not 100% sure. I can't verify it. But our family came from Oklahoma, Alabama, and then multiple other southern states, and made our way up to Canada because Canada was giving land at the time to some of us Africans that came from the States.
So y'all know we right here in the motherland of Africa, in Zanzibar to be exact. And you wound up coming here to Zanzibar.
Mm-hmm.
You had made mention that you've seen not only my channel, but other channels that kind of motivated you to come venturing over this way, right?
Mm-hmm.
First time in Africa?
No, I was here when I was younger, in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed here for a little bit, but then I realized it was time to come back and reconnect. For me, personally, it was the Floyd situation. Something just happened where I said, okay, I want to go back and establish myself over there in my family, because we hadn't yet. Coming from the States to Canada, I decided to come, back and reestablish, and it's working out well.
Yeah, I mean, many people are loving Africa. I've been to 32 countries, you all. So our brothers and sisters who are leaving out of these Western countries, coming back to the motherland, are having great experiences, even challenging experiences, trying to get settled in different communities or, in different countries or villages, what have you. But how's your experience been? Because you got a place you stay out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How was that for you? How was that able to you acquired some property?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was your motivation in doing that?
Well, you. Maya, the African Diaspora News Channel was quite a few of the people that are speaking on YouTube, and inspired me, or inspiring us to check out the continent of Africa. So I came out here. It was I was going to go to Uganda, but then I decided to come to Tanzania in a twist of fate, and here we are. Actually, I think I saw a video of you just right over here, actually, so that was the one. And came out to visit. Yeah.
You can come on in.
Okay.
Yeah. So came out to visit?
Yeah, for a couple of weeks on my own, and had a very warm welcome. So I think that was the thing. Like, I didn't have one. Some people might come here and have negative experiences. I didn't have any, especially socially. Yeah. So everyone accepted me and warmly embraced me here. So I thought, okay, so let me bring some family over here. So I brought my son, right, and he's here playing around with his friends somewhere. Like they're.
Oh yeah, it's a group of them that hangs together, and it's good to see.
It's
our young black boys out here, doing some active things and not being in trouble.
That's right. And there's the girls too. So there's
there's girls out here too, yeah.
The teenagers are doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's enjoying it. It's his first time to the continent. And I wanted to control the narrative, so to speak, in that so nobody, when we go back home, will be able to tell him that this is what Africa's about. He'll know. Right. So. Right. Yeah. So after visiting in October, I decided to buy last month, and so, I purchased a place, and here we are, just kind of enjoying our life, a lot.
That's good, man. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Because we had talked earlier, and you was talking about you know, passing on something to your children for them, you know, when your days come to an end, what have you, that they can have something and, you know, can take that on to the next level. But Canada, how is it in Canada? I don't know how y'all do it. I mean, I'm loving your beard, brother, and all, you know, because you got to have a thick beard in Canada, especially during the wintertime. I mean, like,
I used to work in a cooler, so I started growing the beard out, and it was real. And then I just stopped considering it so much. Other people you notice it more than I do now,
yeah.
but yeah. So what were you asking about?
How's Canada, man? I mean, I know I've met, man, a couple handful of people from Canada. Everybody got their own story. Whether it is that they were drawn to come back to the motherland, some had bad experiences, whether it was a prejudice system that is in place. But, you know, you're in Victoria area, which I've met others from like Ontario or whatever, you know. How is it?
Well, Canada, like anywhere, is going to be based on a person's individual experience.
Yeah.
It's a huge country as far as land mass, not a lot of people, maybe 40 million or something like that. So where I live, yeah, it's on the island. It's really nice on the west coast there. It's not really culturally diverse where I am, like in my town or my city. You know, I wanted to impress upon my son. It was important to me to have him come here and see that there's a full continent full of people that you know, look like him, or he might be able to relate to in certain ways. And you know, the funny thing is, like, his friends are, you know, like I said, one's from Netherlands, one's from the UK, one's from the States, one's from France, some from Malawi. So they just clown around as kids, but they're connecting, and I think that's important, right? Yeah. So yeah, you know, I think it's just important for him to do that.
So he's able to see even those who look like him from different parts of the world, who have come together, learning and drawing each other's experience, can even build even a more narrative or paint a picture of really who we are from around the globe, I guess, right? Yeah, yeah.
It's very important because, you know, we share a similar past where there was a lot of things going on. A lot of us are aware of, whether you're from Caribbean or Brazil, or whether you're from India, like the CDs in India, or from, you know, Mount Pinatubo in Philippines, or Canada, or Toronto, or, you know, the whole the picture that's been painted for our history, or I call it our street, is one that we can all relate to and connect with. So I wanted to come back and help connect that picture a little bit more, especially in Canada. There's a lot of Caribbean people from the Caribbean out there, so, you know, we're relating and whatnot, and it's really great to come here and talk to the people from Southern Africa, East Africa, where we're at right now, and we're really connecting these stories a lot, and it's tremendous, and we're having a great time doing it.
Yeah, yeah. So now I had touched on that your family kind of migrated to Canada. And, you know, we also talked about, you know, your family, and you're a little different. You're kind of like the oddball in the sense of coming to Africa and, you know, rediscovering some things. But your family, what are their thoughts, though, of you know, coming here to the motherland? Do they have intentions of coming? What is, you know, how was that? Because I hear people with different stories.
I think that they'll come here now that I've come here, and they feel it's safe, so to speak. But I had a cousin. His name is, let's just say, I don't want to put his name. So
right, yeah. Just a cousin. Yeah.
You know who you are, right? So him and the two of us were talking about coming out here and establishing ourselves maybe a decade ago or before Floyd. But anyway, when that happened, when I say that, I mean George Floyd's situation, it kicked into high gears. Like, you know, maybe we really should investigate going out there. It was more, what's the word, concentrated or focused. And he's doing his thing with his family right now. And between him supporting the idea and me being full onto the idea, I decided to come out here. And the rest of the family is kind of, I'm not sure, I think they're just used to me moving around and traveling. But I don't think that they would have come, maybe, unless, you know, there was a place or, you know, a feeling of comfort. But I'm glad to do that. I feel, you know, like just making a connection there. They're all gonna love it, I'm sure. I know it.
Yeah. Well, I know you right there, up there on the water, because you said you're on an island there. And so we see that we're out here, sitting out here in the water as well, you know. Beautiful scene. This is one of my spots I come to kind of unwind, kind of get my head right and stuff like that, you know. But there's even all throughout Africa, the mountains, the safaris, the oceans, the lakes, you know, all these different places that are really beautiful that many people don't even know exist in Africa. You know, we've been indoctrinated to believe that Africa is just like impoverished, tribal wars, diseases. Was that the picture in Canada was painted of Africa, or is it a different story?
No, it's like that, and that's I'm that type of person to go and check it out for myself. So I decided to do that, and that's a huge thing. Is the narrative that's been painted, right? Is that, you know, just all the things you just mentioned. But when you come here, there's quite a few things. It's way bigger than you think. The continent's massive. You know, we weren't told the truth about that as far as narrative, the size of the continent, all the different landscapes, all the different groups, right? Extremely different genetic and what would you say, regional, like, you know, there's so many different types of people and groups and cultures. That's the word I'm looking for. And but you know, talking with a lot of the old timers out here, there's a lot of connections, especially with Southern and East Africa, and then the way we moved and migrated this way or migrated that way. So there's a connection of the Bantu people, right? And we can tie it together. It's really a beautiful thing for me. I mean, I'm loving every day of it, every second of it out here. I can't speak for everyone because when you come here, don't expect it to be maybe how it's been for me. I don't know, my trip has been very, very excellent. But at the same time, you hear certain stories of things that you have to get used to if you're used to being in the Western world. But it's very laid back, especially here in Tanzania. I think one of the things is that so many people here, everyone I think speaks Swahili.
Yeah.
So there's a huge connection there where whether you're Maasai, Mchanga, whether you're, you know, whatever group you're from, or, you know, somebody like me, if I were to speak Swahili, I could speak with anybody, right? So I'm jumping around a little bit, but what I wanted to say, it's a vast space with a lot of different cultures, but it's not anything to be worried about coming out here. You know, you might have challenges as if you went to any different country. They can happen, so it's not, like I say, perfect. Mine's been pretty good. I don't want to. It's just.
That's
been really
good. That's good.
Yeah, but for the people that are considering coming out here, I wouldn't hesitate at all. I wouldn't hesitate. I would just make it happen, because you got to look at yourself, right? At one time, you know, when we all leave our bodies, or whatever time that's going to be, any time, will you have rather have come and checked it out, right? Or would you have just stayed in fear, or just decided not to do it when you could have just come? And you'll get here and be like, wow, how could we have missed all this? Well, because they were telling us something that's not true at all. I mean, this is it.
You know, I like to even go further than that, because sometimes, you know, there are those who say once you're gone, you're gone. There's no regret. I like to say what you're doing, or what I've done, is that by me coming, I've planted the seed in my generation. So it's not about me, because when I die, I mean, I don't think that it's going to be my regret I never came to Africa. But what I do know is that by me not coming to the motherland, exploring, experiencing, it will even take that much more longer for somebody in my family to come visit. You see what I'm saying? So I basically have planted a seed, as well as not just for my family, but those who watch this channel and seeing the differences in the motherland. So I appreciate that, brother, there. Any last words? Anybody to reach you? You got social media? You got anything going on that might be interesting people to reach out to you if you're doing?
Thank you for asking, but not yet, not here.
All right.
Yeah, but soon to come, soon coming.
All right. Well, family, we're right here in the motherland, enjoying our life as best as we can, but you could do the same. This is your man. This is your
man.
Not your boy. Go black to Africa. Peace.
Think about it, 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 think about it.